Good afternoon. Welcome to the None Size Fits All podcast. My name is Jon Boller, co-founder of Grid Consulting. This is a podcast about building companies, building your team, leadership, operations, and execution. And we've had a lot of great guests on this year. Today, we're fortunate enough to have one of the most important entrepreneurs in the entire world and in the history of the world that we live in. So today, I have a special guest. He goes by Nicholas Claus, also known as Santa Claus.
Yes. Merry Christmas. Thanks for having me on.
Merry Christmas. So thank you for taking the time out today. I know you're really busy.
It's a busy season. Yeah, this is my Super Bowl, you know. This is my cool. Yeah.
So what's going on right now? Like you're preparing for the next year or this year's?
Well, I mean, at this point, I'm just mostly doing PR. You know what I mean? Like I got my company. It's up and running. The elves are working hard. You know. Honestly, Mrs. Claus kind of runs the day-to-day and the bookkeeping, so I go out and, you know, I do interviews and go on television and go to the mall and have kids sit on my lap. You know, it's just brand building, you know what I mean?
It's amazing. So you as an entrepreneur, like walk us through your journey. How did you decide to go this route versus being a pro athlete?
Oh, well, I had no choice in the matter, right? I pulled my Achilles when I was playing for the Swedish hockey team. And
wow, so deliveries, that's a big part of what happens this time of year.
Yeah.
Like walk us through your process of being the biggest deliverer of gifts worldwide. How do you do that?
Oh, well, I can't tell you everything, right? I mean, Amazon's going to steal my secrets, right? They already stole half my workforce.
You say we are going to deliver all these gifts. I mean, walk us through your team structure, because I envision you, from what I see on the news stations, like you're flying everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, sure. Yeah, it's me. It's totally me. I'm flying around. Whatever you got to do to, you know, sell a few more presents. But we've got a few tricks up our sleeves. And like I said, I don't want to tell everyone, you know, like all of a sudden Krampus is going to steal my stuff and he's going to go around the world scaring kids, you know, and then the Grinch will go around like stealing presents. If they learn my technology, you know, I think mankind overall is screwed.
So tell us about this Krampus character. Who are they? And are you? I understand. Is it a past family member of
brother-in-law?
Wow.
Well, I mean, it was my sister got married, and then it's complicated. You know, you don't want to get into it. But Krampus, man, he was such a good kid. You know what I mean? He had a sharp head on his shoulders, and then all of a sudden he just went to the dark side.
So he went to the dark side, you went to the light side. I'm going to ask something I think everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
And it involves chimneys.
Oh, yeah.
How do you get into the house if there's no chimney?
Oh, well, there's a chimney in every child's heart, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Heavy.
So, yeah, I mean, it's metaphorical, but usually I've got a universal key, so I can just get in.
You just go in the front door.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So what about like dogs? You've been attacked by a dog?
Dogs love me.
Wow.
Yeah, I bring dog treats. I mean, I'm not some crazy guy.
What's your favorite? So do you climb down the chimney? Do you fall down the chimney? If you're falling down the chimney, aren't you a little bit sore?
No, rappel. Yeah. I've got a rope, and I've also got, you know, like some dusters. You know, like I put on the big leather duster before I go down the chimney, because otherwise, I mean, how am I going to stay all nice and red and white?
I mean, because you look good.
Thanks. It's nice of you to say. You look pretty sharp today yourself.
Thank you. You dry clean it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, for a big press day like this, I mean, I'm doing a podcast.
You're on the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, this is big time. So I just wanted to make sure I looked really good today.
You did well. So what's the best thing that a family can leave out for you besides cookies? What's the best?
I love a savory croissant.
Wow.
Yeah. Like if I can get like a cheese croissant, you know, if it's got a meat in it, you know, like especially like a ham product.
Wow. Ham and Swiss?
Yeah, ham and Swiss.
What about to drink? What's the thing?
Whiskey, for sure.
Whiskey?
Yeah. For you kids out there, whiskey is a thing that adults enjoy. That is inappropriate for children, but you'll enjoy it.
You're going to all these houses and a handful of them leave whiskey. How do you fly?
Oh, well, it's Rudolph. He's the one driving. I can't drive that thing. I don't know the first thing about flight. It's all the reindeers. Yeah. And like I said, I'm kind of a masthead. You know what I mean? I don't work as hard as a lot of my employees do. I'm just doing the PR, you know, like getting the word out about Christmas.
Amazon just went through this big, and Amazon's a competitor of yours. So they just went through this big search for HQ2. How did you select HQ1 And why did you select the North Pole?
Oh, the North Pole. I mean, it's got the cheapest rent.
Wow.
You know what I mean? There's no government structure, so we pretty much are the government. You know what I mean? We don't have to jump through any, hoops or anything to like get our building permits approved. Like we just build. No one's trying to stop you up in the North Pole.
So you're really efficient with your costs.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, I mean, you got to save costs. I mean, we obviously have a huge overhead, so we want to make sure that we're not spending too much money on taxation and that kind of thing. Yeah.
All right, so big news. I live in Seattle, as you know, because you know everything.
Oh, yeah, sure. You've been pretty good. I mean, you're overall a pretty naughty kid, but like it's been pretty nice the last couple of years. You really turned a corner. I'm proud of you.
So I'm not on the naughty list.
Well, it's a sliding scale right there. There's not a yes or a no on that sucker. Okay.
All right. Yeah. I mean, what's the distribution curve on percentage of people on the naughty list?
Oh, that's a great question, actually, because it is a sliding scale. But our research and the elves have shown recently that humankind, all of us are inherently more good than bad.
Like in Seattle, there's big news. Amazon is searching for HQ2.
Yeah.
Did you put the North Pole? Did you put the name in the hat? Did you guys consider a bid for HQ2?
Oh, no. No, that would ruin the North Pole. No one could afford it. The elves would all be, like put to the side, and there'd be all these new tech guys, and there'd be no place, no one could buy any rent, right? It'd be terrible. It would ruin the North Pole. I mean, like the whole like little mom and pop feel that we got going there, it would just be replaced with these big, ugly, flat-looking buildings that they built. It was terrible. Yeah. We didn't want any piece of that.
But what about Amazon Prime and Prime Now? Do you think that would help you and your operation?
Oh, but they're our competitor. I mean, you can't just, I'm not going to lie in bed with the devil. No, absolutely not. I mean, yeah, we could combine forces and rule the world, mind you. But that's not my style. You know, I'm trying to bring joy to the world.
Let's talk about that naughty and nice list. I asked some of our viewers, said, what should we ask Santa?
Okay.
It's a really big day.
Yeah.
Kind of the thing that everyone wanted to know is, how do you decide who's on the naughty list and who's on the nice list?
So usually if there's goodwill towards men, that goes on the nice side. If you are trying to do others harm, that goes on the naughty.
So I'm hearing this, it's like you're looking at every person and deciding, or using some type of computer algorithm with large sets of data.
Oh, no. Well, we're not doing a lot of the computer stuff up in the North Pole. Like it's really hard. I mean, we got to do most of this via paper, kind of old school like that, And it's mostly just the elves looking at your life and looking at your tax statements and, just kind of making some judgment calls from there. Yeah.
It's really interesting. I mean, a lot of people in this type of situation, they fear disruption. Are you fearful of somebody disrupting your core business?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is my biggest fear. I mean, if I were to be honest with you, I'm very worried about Amazon. They've definitely disrupted a lot of businesses.
I mean, what's your competitive edge? What are you going to do so that you're not disrupted like a lot of these businesses?
It's my charm. No, I mean, I hope it's my charm. I don't know. I feel like there's kind of a tradition, like we're trying to keep some of the old arts alive, if you will. Like they keep saying that this is dying and this is dying and this is dying, but people really like those old things. They don't want to get rid of them. They don't want Santa Claus to go away. They don't want Christmas to go away.
I'm going to name off a movie. Tell me what you think of it.
Okay, yeah.
So, Home Alone.
Home Alone. Oh, I love that kid. I tell you, that kid is really, really resourceful.
But how about Christmas Story?
Oh, Christmas Story. When that kid gets his tongue stuck on the pole. Oh man, I love that.
Let's move on to a more recent one. Let's talk about Elf.
I have something sad to admit. I've never seen Elf.
What?
I'm sorry, Will. You're a great actor. And the whole concept seems wonderful, but I've seen so many clips that it feels like I've seen the movie.
Let's go to a little bit of a darker one. Let's go to the Gremlins.
Gremlins? I guess Gremlins is a Christmas movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it happens around Christmas. Good enough.
What about The Grinch?
The Grinch. Oh, yeah. I hate The Grinch so much.
How about Frosty the Snowman?
I mean, stop animation it's so unnatural, but it's so compelling at the same time. But yeah, I like Frosty a lot.
Did you cry when he melted at the end?
I think we all cried.
Transition to something a little more action-oriented.
Okay, yeah.
People don't always think of this as a Christmas movie, but I think we both do. It's called Die Hard.
Die Hard. Best Christmas movie ever. Don't you forget it. Everyone knows that's the best Christmas movie. I saw that, what's his face? Bruce Willis was like, it's not a Christmas movie. He's just trying to get out of the Christmas biz because he knows it's busy, right? Like, I mean, if you're in the Christmas biz, you got to do interviews all November and December long. And like, he's already a busy actor. He doesn't have time to do the Christmas rounds and his regular rounds. So I understand that he would say that, but he knows.
Are there any Christmas movies I'm missing here that you
Christmas movies, man. I love Rudolph. Like I said, that stop animation stuff. It creeps me out, but I love it at the same time.
Yeah.
So Rudolph's a really good one. When the abominable snowman comes up, still scares me, right? I'm like 400 years old, and I'm still, whoa, there's the abominable snowman. Run for cover.
So let's talk reindeers for a minute. You brought up Rudolph. I mean, who's your favorite? Do you have a favorite? How do you balance kind of team camaraderie with all these reindeers?
Well, I can't say that I have a favorite, right? Because I had all these reindeer, and people don't realize, like, there's the starting squad, and then you gotta have replacements. Next man up, right, Pete Carroll? But it's you gotta have a lot of reindeer in your stable to like pull off what we're doing. I mean, Rudolph's definitely our leader. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's our quarterback. He's the guy. So it's a lot of his leadership skills is what keeps the whole group together.
Fair.
And I think what Donner and Vixen are doing is just amazing. They really like bring up the rear, and they keep that pace really high and high energy, and they really try to like make sure that nobody's slacking off. You know what I mean? Rudolph is up there, but he can't be keeping watch, right? We got Donner and Vixen in the back, making sure that everybody's keeping pace. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I've been impressed over the years watching their performance and kind of how they've evolved.
Yeah. I mean, they're the best squad out there for sure.
It's amazing. So let's talk about you and planning. Obviously, you can't do this forever. How are you thinking about retirement? How are you going to actually are you going to be able to go into retirement?
Oh, I don't know if I'll ever retire. I mean, it's a long, dark, lonely life up there in the North Pole. But if I retire, what happens to Christmas?
I don't know.
We're going to give it to Amazon? I'm not. Absolutely no.
Bezos becomes Santa?
Bezos is half Santa already. You know what I mean? He's trying to take over my business. Right?
That's really deep.
Yeah, no, I can't give up.
I mean, are you being paid currently? Is somebody paying you for all the great work that you do?
Oh no! I'm a sole proprietor. Yeah. LLC. I pay myself. So.
The $1 million question is: what is the true meaning of Christmas?
The true meaning of Christmas is coming together, eating a bunch of food, turning on a bunch of lights, seeing some old family and friends, and having a good time.
That's going to conclude today's episode. I want to thank St. Nick for joining us.
Thanks.
Wishing you the best of luck this year.
Oh, thank you.
I know you'll do a great job. I really, really appreciate you coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's really great to be on.
That's going to conclude the None Size Fits All podcast. In all honesty, Merry Christmas to everyone. Be safe, and thank you for viewing in.